Shalawam Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, Kakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of GREATMILLSTONE, and Shalawam to elect out there doing this work of faith and live of love and true sincerity. All right, now I want to get into a brief topic. On the way home once again, and just talk about stress, and catching hell and just sorrows, man. The scriptures say that pretty much in the book of Ecclesiastes. I can't quote it exactly. It's on the tip of my mind, but pretty much about sorrows, man. And I believe it's Ecclesiastes 7:2 or 7:3. Where it says sorrow was better than laughter, for by sorrow of the heart the countenance is made better. And every time when I think about that scripture, that sorrow was better than laughter, for by sadness said the heart is made better. Meaning what the mind, is made stronger. And therefore it'll bring more joy into your countenance, your face, when you learn it from your different situations, man. And brothers constantly going through hell. This is a big topic we always talking about, and stuff like that. Of course, we don't want to whine about it, but talking about the things in which we go through is therapeutic through the spirit, man. And sharing, things with other brothers, man. So it's just encouragement for when brothers are going through things, man. Just know that, all the sorrows and all the hell and all the turmoil, that you're encountering at the moment, is also, that you can learn from these different situations that you're going through, and it can bring you more knowledge, more wisdom, more understanding. And then secondarily, we got to constantly remember that, hey, we prophets, man. As being Israelites, we're going to catch hell because we under the curses. But as being prophets of YAHAWASHI, our hell that we catch is double, sometimes even triple that, man. Just because we prophets. Certain things that come out of the blue, you're trying to get things going and you're thinking you're making a little bit of progress of this. You're trying to get yourself out of a hole, out of a jam or whatever. Then something else come your way. Then something else come your way. Then something else, things just slap you in the face. But that's why First Peter's, the 4th chapter, it's either verse 12 or verse 14, where it says, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you. So all of this is a trial. What? A trial of our faith, a trial to build up our spiritual stamina, of us catching different scenarios of hell, and us to learn from these different things, man. So at the end of the day, the book of 1 Corinthians 4 and verse 16 through 18, and one of those verses it talks about no hell. No, that's matter of fact, I'm thinking of the book of Hebrews. No hell for the present time seems to be joyous but grievous. That's in the book of Hebrews, the 12th chapter. And in 1 Corinthians 4, it talks about the hell that we catch can't compare to the glory in which we're going to inherit. So we got to take all these different things in account. And even though it's hard to, feel any joy, it's hard to feel anything but sorrow when you're going through these situations. Just know in the back of your mind, man, YAHAWASHI is putting this through us for our betterment, man. For our upliftment in all ways, shapes, forms, levels, and fashions. Also, the scriptures say in Colossians, the 3rd chapter, talk about us being dead to the world and mortifying our members. So when different things also are before you, you got to remember that we're dead to this world, and the Most High is trying to deaden even more our senses towards the ways of the world and towards these different things, so that we don't get comfortable, that we're not allowed to get comfortable even for a moment. You catch those little spurts where you're not really going through something for maybe 3-4 months or however long, a period of you don't go through anything. The Most High lightens up our afflictions here and there, But then you just catch those times where things just smack you and just smack you and just smack you and just smack you, and you really brought back into a harsher reality of how much hell, you know, that we have to face. And that's a good thing, man. That's a good thing. Don't take it, you know, as a bad thing, man. You know, take it all in stride, take it all in. You know, it's the love of the Most High, it's the chastisement of the Most High, and He's doing this because He loves us, man. You know, and we're sharing our burdens, you know, as YAHAWASHI bared His burdens. You know, we bearing the burden of our big brother YAHAWASHI on a smaller scale. But when that time comes for Jacob's trouble, and we ultimately try with the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, you know, these torture chambers, these torture methods, and, you know, whatever forms of torture that Esau has to bring upon us, for him to try to break our faith, we're going to be tested on it. And all of that is us bearing our burden with YAHAWASHI, just as He did upon that cross when those times come for us, man. We're going to truly know some of the pain that YAHAWASHI felt when those times come, because, well, some brothers are, you know, because all brothers are not going to go through the same thing, but some brothers are going to truly feel that pain. And whether I be one of those brothers or not, Lord willing, you know, I just hope that the Lord gives me the spirit. I pray that the Lord gives me the spirit to be able to endure those things and to, you know the glory that is headed, that's right before us, you know. Same thing for all of us, man. It's the same thing for all of us, you know. And also, you know, in the book of Sirach, you know, I believe it's the 23rd chapter, around the 28th or something verse or something like that, 26th verse, and it talks about sorrow, you know, how sorrow hath killed many, and to remove sorrow far from thee, you know, and to that extent, you just don't want to allow your sorrow to hit you to where you start sulking in it, you know, because that's when those demons really get the plague in your mind. And in the Sirach, the 37th chapter, all right, around the 14th verse, you know, it talks about a man's mind want to tell him one time to tell him more than 7 men in a watchtower. So, you know, at any given moment, we can have different spirits upon us, and our minds are thinking in different ways, you know. So when we going through those different things and you allow yourself to sulk in that sorrow, then one of those spirits, you know, that pleads with the Most High, you know, just as in the case of 1 Kings, the 22nd chapter, you know, when the Most High was talking to the angel, said, who shall persuade Ahab to go down in battle? And, you know, the different angels spoke up, you know, and one spoke up and said, I'll be in lying spirit in all the mouth of his prophets. And the Lord said, yo, hey, this pleased me. Go ahead and do that, and you're going to prosper with that, you know. So when you sulking in different stuff like that, and, you know, them demons, they could be like, yo, you know what I'm saying, Most High, his faith ain't up right now. You need to test this guy. I got a tax for him. Let me put this hell on him. Let me put this hell on him. Let me make this happen. Let me make that happen. You know? And then the Lord puts more hell upon you because you allow yourself to sulk in that, and now them demons start eating at your mind, man, and that can potentially bring on more demons and more plagues to your mind ultimately, man. We want to keep our mind as pure as possible in this thing, man. And that's learning how to truly embrace the hell and embrace the afflictions that we catch, you know, because when you look up the word affliction means to strike. So what happens when we're afflicted? We're being struck down. Our spirit is being struck down. Or if you're going through a monetary situation, your funds are being struck down. They're being brought low. You know, we're being brought down to a lower state when we're being chastised. Okay? And what does it say in Sirach, the 2nd chapter? Be careful when thou art changed to a lower state, and be patient. And we pray unto the Most High. So when we brought down, we put up them prayers, because that's our first line of defense. Our prayers and fasting until YAHAWASHI. And that's truly how we're going to make it through each and every situation in which we go through. You know? And that's just what it is, man. You know, so you know, brothers that's out there, man, you going through some form of hell, man. You know, hey, you know, brothers all across the globe is feeling your pain. We all going through it. You know, suck it up, continue to do what you got to do, man, and try to look at the better of your situation, whatever it is, man, and find a way out of, or find out what the Lord wants you to learn from this situation, or maybe you need to grow some more patience from this, or whatever it may be. There's some key jewels in there that you'll need to be learning from this situation and what you're going through, and some ways which you can benefit in ways that you might not be thinking. But since you're allowing, or if you allow those negative thoughts to constantly eat at you, then you won't find out why you went through this, or what good information or what knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that you're supposed to pull out of this situation, man. You know? So you just got to be in the right spirit about things at all times, according to the best of your ability, you know? So, you know, with that, you know, I hope this short segment was edifying, you know, and strengthening to brothers out there, So I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Ba'ashim YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalawam, Select out there, doing this work of faith and labor of love, true sincerity. Shalawam.